Hello everyone! For this episode, we will be joined by a wonderful woman, a woman with strong faith and values. I'm Christine Pagirigan and this is CBCB News Conversation. So this is going to be an episode about an issue or a movement that talks about that issue or fights for that issue. So we will be joined by a woman who fights for everyone. Let's all welcome Miss Rita Linda Dayrit. She is an image consultant at Flair Image Consultancy, but more importantly, she is the president of Pro-Life Philippines Foundation. Hi, Miss Rita.
Hi, Christy. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here. My pleasure really to be
Welcome
here
po.
today.
So,
Salamat.
thank you so much for fighting for everyone sa pro-life po natin, pro-life
Yes,
movement.
yes. That is really a mission given in my heart, no, by Our Lady of Guadalupe. So immediately when I saw her pilgrim tilma, it was brought to our parish way back in 1998. I just felt na
Nagparamdam na talaga siya sa'yo.
nakita ko patroness of the unborn. And then suddenly I was just crying in front of her tilma, and then it just dawned on me that I had to promote life.
So, meron na po talaga kayong calling ever since na parang it's very special.
It's very
To fight
special.
for
It's
these,
very
yes.
special. Yes, I fight for the life of everyone, especially the unborn, yung the helpless unborn.
Na walang makikipaglaban
na
para sa
walang
kanila,
magawa,
yes.
na when they cry, we don't see it because they're inside.
So, it's wonderful. So, maganda mapag-usapan natin kung bakit siya importante. So, let's start with what is Pro-Life Philippines Foundation ba muna?
Okay, Pro-Life Philippines Foundation is the oldest, to my mind, no, to my belief, it is the oldest organization in the country that really helps promote life, that pushes advocacies, no. We watch government movements.
Yes, of course,
We watch
dapat
government movements. We train people.
Yes.
We educate people on the value of life.
So, how did it begin po ba? Kailan
It
pa
was
siya?
actually founded by Sister Pilar Versosa in the late 1970s. You know, si Sister,
Matagal na.
you were not even born yet.
Yes po. Hindi
I
pa ako
was 10.
naiisip ng parents ko, no?
I was 10. No, si Sister Pilar, you know, she was a nurse by profession. Pero she really fought me. To my mind, maybe she saw in the hospitals, no, what is happening to those who are being born, to pregnant women. So she founded this foundation basically to help those in pregnancy crisis. No, so those women who are pregnant, impregnated by boyfriends or by other men, not apart
Both
from their
wanted
husband.
and unwanted.
Yes, maybe does not want the baby because of poverty.
Yes.
So she would really counsel them and save the child in the womb.
It's very important, save
Oo,
one
that
life,
was, to
no?
my mind, the beginnings of Pro-Life Philippines. And when I read about Sister Pilar, it is said that even in the middle of the night, if you need to talk to her, if you had problems, no, then
She's
she will really,
available.
she will
Oo.
respond to you. Oo. She passed on September 2012, I think, no? Oo. And she left a very huge responsibility.
Kaso ng corona.
I was a member of the board of trustees then. I was not an officer or anything, but I felt really a huge responsibility to the future generation, to preserve the
answer the
life,
call.
to answer the call, to protect life, to protect the sanctity of family and life, because that is the foundation of society.
Yes, of course. Basic unit of society ng pamilya.
Basic.
It's basic, di ba?
Oo, basic.
So,
Yun.
ang honorable ng gano'n, no? Yung founder mismo yung tumawag sa inyo.
Oh my gosh, yes. As I was telling you
Yes,
earlier,
yes.
no, you know, I started with Pro-Life this way. I was a regent, parang president of the Daughters of Mary Immaculate in my parish, Our Lady of Beautiful Love in Merville, Parañaque. So when I was voted regent of that organization, I looked at the blue book and I said, what does DMI do? Aside, of course, which is also very important, lead the rosary praying in the parish, no, the procession. But I said there should be more. And then I said, and then I saw the promotion of life. And so I don't know how. I just looked at the directory. There was no Google yet at that time, I think. And so,
Encyclopedia muna tayo sa mga
directory, ano ba yung mga
manuals.
life organizations? And then, dito pa sa Legarda yung office. And so, I went there and I said, I'm with DMI and one of our missions is to promote life. Can I borrow some materials? Can I be a member? Can you give me,
Ang
what is
ganda
it
ng
about?
initiative, yes.
Oo, ganon. And then, they got my number. So, whenever there is an event, they would call me to join. And so I met Sister Pilar and she would always see me. And sometimes she would text me, oh, we have an event. Oh, I need help. Can you? So I would send little money that I could afford, no? And so when she finally texted me, I think that would be 5 or 7 years ago, she said, can you be a trustee of Pro-Life Philippines? That was to me really very humbling because to me she was bigger than life. A founder of such a noble organization. So I readily said yes. No, I was happy being a trustee. Doon lang ako upo-upo, learning from
Fulfilling yung,
learning from them.
ma-witness
What do you
mo.
really do here? Parang ganon. Until I became treasurer in one.
Diyan nagsisimula
Diyan
lahat
nagsisimula
talaga.
di ba? And then vice president.
Alam mo
For
na ang
two-
susunod
for-
pag ganun.
No, to my mind. Sabi ko, naku, pag nag-alisa ng president and
Sama
chairman, sama na ako. But last February, well, they decided that I would be the face
You are the face of
of
Pro-Life
pro-life.
Philippines.
Because being a woman,
Yes.
being a married woman with children,
With values.
with
yes.
values, also that. More importantly, that. And I was scared, but I believe in the grace of office. I believe that when God chooses you, then He equips you.
Yes. It's for a reason because He believes you can.
Salamat sa Diyos. This is very humbling.
Yes.
And I believe also in the members of the
Of
board
course,
because
of
I'm not
course.
alone. I am with, young and passionate people, passionate about life, passionate about education. No, sila Nirva, Peter Pardo, Dr. Ryan Capitulo, parang ang gagaling nila. So it is just really getting them together to meet. Naka-challenge yun.
Yes. So, you've mentioned, marami kayong taong very passionate about this mission. Pero ano po ba talaga yung main or parang priority objectives of Pro-Life Philippines?
It started really to promote life,
Of
to
course,
protect
yes.
the life of the unborn. I think si Sister Pilar is really such a visionary. Maybe she already saw the future of the Philippines, that there will come a
Galing.
time when really there will be such things, such bills to be
Challenges,
filed in
yes.
Congress, no? Not unthinkable because the Constitution states that the state should protect the sanctity of family and life. That is given. But I think she was very forward thinking, so she created this organization which basically focus on advocacy and media. Also, we educate, we get invited to parishes and dioceses. We talk to any group that wants to listen to us, and we tell them why life is important and
So,
why we are doing this.
information talaga.
Information. We are also the resource center of all those in the movement. We also train. We have a teachers development workshop. No, we train the trainers so that we multiply ourselves because we
Yes.
cannot go. The whole Philippines is very, very
That
big.
may
We have
continuity
how
pati.
many dioceses? We have 89 or 90 dioceses. We cannot go to
Nationwide,
everyone.
yes.
No, so we duplicate ourselves. So we train people to help promote the
Para
advocacy.
mas malayo yung marating.
Oo.
So,
Yes.
you've mentioned na po yung bills natin. Dito na tayo, parating na tayo dun sa
Oo.
sa climax eh. So, you've mentioned the bills, the laws. Sa dinami-dami ng mga yan na medyo challenge sa family, sa values, sa life, ano yung medyo priority na tinututukan talaga ng Pro-Life Philippines? What are the
There are
bills
at
or
least
laws?
4 priority bills that
Yung
we
mga
are.
against life and family
One
talaga.
is the RH law.
So, ano po
You
ba?
know, before it became into a law, we were there in Congress.
Yes.
We would watch the proceedings
Yes.
in the Senate.
I was one of the people na
I
nakikiupo
think that
dun
was
sa
December
hearing
12 or December 8 when they finally approved
na naging
in
RH
Congress,
law
but
na siya.
still we continued to fight for it, and so there was a TRO on contraceptive pills, no? So right now, as we speak, I think in this morning there happened a hearing because of course the Department of Health wants the TRO lifted,
lifted,
the
yes.
TRO against the distribution of contraceptive pills, and
Of course, we have to fight for
we
it,
have to
yes.
fight for that because it does not need, you don't need to be a medical doctor. You just need to know how to read. And I've read in the medical encyclopedia that the third effect, really, the third action of a contraceptive pill is to make the woman's uterus, fallopian tubes inhospitable.
Inhospitable
Inhospitable to the
to the
egg, to the
fetus.
sperm, to the fetus, to the embryo. Yun. Of course, and the Constitution states that it will protect the life of the unborn from the moment of conception. So we know that when the male, the sperm and the egg meets, that is already a human
Yes.
being. But the pro pills people, they said it becomes only a human being when it
Pag
is
nalag-
implanted. But in the implantation, it disintegrates because of the action of the pill. And I also say, are you saying that we came from a non-living thing? Hindi ba parang
Parang
ganun
medyo weird
parang
yung
that's what
gano'n,
they're
ano?
saying, di ba? That when the egg and the sperm first met, in our faith, no? It is already a person,
It's
but they're
also
saying
the
this is
start
not
of
a
life.
person. So is this a non-living thing that became a living thing? I will not agree to that. That I came from a non-living thing. You will not agree to that.
I'm a living thing. I came from a living
Yes,
thing,
exactly,
of
diba?
course.
So that is very basic. That is
So,
very
we
basic.
fight for the things na nasa Constitution naman, di ba?
Nasa
So,
Constitution
yes,
naman.
hindi naman tayo basta
Oo, at hindi naman ito pang Katoliko lang or pang Kristiyano. The Constitution is for all.
Yes.
For all. And I believe that the fathers of the Constitution before, when they crafted that, they said we would rather err in the side of life. Parang they are not medical practitioners. We do not know really. We cannot say when life begins. But if it is already beginning at the moment of conception, then we cannot let these children die
Yes.
because of contraception.
So, isa rin po 'di ba sa reason kung bakit daw nagpo-push ng RH law is the overpopulation of the
Yes,
Philippines.
that
What
is
can you say about
always
that?
there.
Laging
They
number
say
one, ano nila
unmet
yan.
needs. They say that the pills are rotting, mag-expire, and there are unmet needs. Imagine contraception is an unmet need. I don't see that when we study, di ba? Food, shelter, clothing lang yan.
Basic human needs na dun sa
Now it's
triangle.
an
Yan, wala
unmet
naman yun.
need, yes. What is where were we?
Overpopulation,
Overpopulation, okay. My argument is the argument of people who believes in the value of life is that population is good because these are our future taxpayers if they are educated well. If the government focuses their energy on providing good education, on good healthcare, on providing nutrition and jobs and industries in the countryside, then we are really, these poor children will be well educated and they will become college graduates and they will be the future engineers,
Future leaders of our
leaders, the
nation.
future, yes, taxpayers,
Yes, of
and
course, hindi mawala
contributors to social security. So the young now, or maybe
Will
your
have
age,
a
you will be
future.
dependent on the babies being born now to provide for your social security pension.
Yes, yes.
Yun.
And ang funny because there are some first world
Oh yes,
first
diba?
world countries na binabayaran na yung mga pamilya para lang
Yes.
magkaroon ng anak.
Oo.
So bakit tayo pinipigilan natin yun?
Exactly. To my mind, our people is our gift to the world.
Yes.
Because the Filipinos, once they're educated, we are so industrious, we are well respected, we are respectable, we are dignified. Pero kailangan siyempre palakihin mo ng maayos.
Of course,
And that is
yes.
what we're asking the government, to look at population as something good.
Turn it into something positive para
Turn it
maging
into-
strength natin sa nation,
Actually,
di ba?
studies have shown that when the RH law is passed, when the TRO is lifted, there is only a 1 to 2% reduction in poverty. That is not much. I think if the government focuses their energy and uses the funds
On
for education,
education, on
then there will be
health.
more impact on poverty.
Yes, of course. Meron pa dito medyo funny, no? Na bansagan siyang priority bill. The dissolution of
Oh yes, that
marriage.
is really so
Priority bill ba
funny.
talaga yan?
Imagine, with all that is happening right now, priority bill, dissolution of marriage, and they coined it, they gave it a term na parang hindi divorce, but we know that that is divorce.
It's gonna lead to divorce
It's
eventually.
going to lead to
Yes.
divorce and dissolution of marriage due to chronic unhappiness.
Di ba ang unhappiness naman subjective siya? So how can
Exactly,
you...
yeah. It is subjective to our upbringing, to our values, to our backgrounds.
Contentment,
And
di ba?
happiness really is what? It's not a a permanent state. You can be happy today, something will make you unhappy tomorrow.
Yes.
You also, so we believe that unhappiness is such a mababaw reason for something that is sacred. One lawyer told me, sacred, you're using the word sacred, so that is not inclusive. What about the non-Catholics? But I said the Constitution, it states it will protect the sanctity of family,
Yes.
of marriage. Sanctity is to make sacred, so it's
It's
inclusive.
basically the same na.
Oo, it's inclusive. Oo, and marriage presupposes that there is love.
Yes.
So, to me, you draw on the power of that love to change the other person because true love builds.
Yes.
So, pag nagkamali,
Patawarin,
because of the love.
mag-usap.
Because of the love. Love is powerful. And also, when you get married in church or in civil rights, you pledged, you vowed to stay with that person for better or for
For
worse.
worse.
So yung worse na yun,
Nawawala
ay
na
nako,
yun.
super yun. It can be really that there is infidelity, there is in poverty, in richness, for richer, for poorer, ne? In sickness and in health. So addiction could be a sickness, no?
Pero you stay with that person
But you
because
stay
you
with that and
vowed.
help.
Of
And
course,
help
and help.
heal. And in our society, in our church, there are many resources that can help heal a person. Di ba? We have counseling centers. Marami naman pwedeng gawin. There
It
just has
starts
to
with
be.
the willingness, di ba?
You
always
yes,
have to
exactly.
be willing.
The will, because you have the will to fulfill your commitment before God and man.
And ang nakikita ko po kasi dito we're leading towards divorce bill, right? The main victims of this would be the children.
Yes, and
It's gonna destroy the basic unit yung family. So, syempre, yung mga
Yes.
kabataan, paano sila mag-grow with values?
And it is hurting. Already, our young are depressed, frustrated, committing suicide. Already.
Wala pa ang divorce bill.
Wala pa.
Wait lang,
Wala
paano
pa.
pa pag nagkaroon?
Oo, because baka people will make light of marriage. So, instead sana of proposing dissolution due to chronic unhappiness, we have pro-life congressmen like Congressman Tito Atienza to propose bills, no? And to really, and for the majority people in Congress to look at the bills na instead of a 2-hour seminar in the City Hall and all they talk about is family planning, maybe a weekend.
Retreat, di
A
ba?
retreat.
For
Oo.
married couple.
Oo. The
Malaking
church is
tulong
already
yan.
addressing that
Gusto ko
because
yun.
our pre-K na is already more extensive, no? Mas malalim because we recognize that we really medyo endangered ang family life because of many factors.
Yes.
So I think also the civil society should also put money into that for those who wants to marry, who plans to marry, to really make sure
Baka pwedeng magbigay ng platform sa mga hindi masyadong afford
yes,
yung ganun, di ba?
they say, and I told them, there is anyway, the church we have already annulment. No, we already have annulment. Of course, annulment presupposes that there was no marriage. No? So, nandun na lahat yung, if you are psychologically unfit for marriage, then your marriage is annulled. So, to me, yun na lang talaga yung reason, yung binigay ng church.
Binigyan na natin ng chance,
Binigyan.
no?
And Pope Francis, di ba, said, don't make it difficult na.
Yes.
Si Pope Francis, bumibigay, ano na nga siya, he is, making it easier.
For people.
For people na, don't make
Very
it difficult.
inclusive si Pope Francis, no?
Oo nga so we don't need this bill at all.
Ang medyo nakaka-bother lang din na they're using different terminology para ma-face or ma-mask
Yes,
yung
to
talaga.
mislead.
Yes,
To
misleading
mislead,
kasi
oo.
siya eh. You wouldn't know na divorce bill na pala to. Na,
And
yung
the RH
towards-
is leading towards abortion na yan.
Yes, yung soggy pati towards same-sex
Same-sex marriage, yes. You know, the Anti-Discrimination Acts, we do not discriminate. The most successful people in many industries are people with same-sex attractions, self-confessed gays. No, we do not discriminate. They are in businesses. They are in the media. We respect them. We respect them. They are intelligent people. So we don't need an anti-discrimination act because there is no discrimination at There
at
is
all.
none. We just need to tell people to respect one another.
So how do you handle ba the people? Parang as a pro-life Philippines
Oh, for
president, how do you manage
yung
when you meet
same-sex.
with people, yeah, with same-sex attraction?
Me, I always respect. If they don't want to open up something that they think is bothering them, that's fine with me. But we have Courage Philippines. These are people.
Actually,
Yes, we have counseling centers. We have people who have the same sex attraction who are able to fight it because they believe in God.
yes.
So we have people naman who can help. Yun nga,
So
Courage Philippines,
we're
that is
never
there.
against the person. We're
You,
against the what do you call this? The sin.
the
The
sin, we do not even want to call it a sin out of respect for them. But studies have shown that it is not natural. It is not natural because, as I always tell my students when I teach, you see in the sexual act between man and woman, all all parts fit. Dalaga ka pa kasi. Di ba?
all parts fit.
Swak talaga, all parts fit. And it is such a beautiful action. So, yun lang, medyo unnatural. So, and people encourage, they recognize that it is unnatural. So they help people with same-sex attraction. It happens, but there is help
Yes. Available, easily
available.
available siya,
And I
yes.
say that, a person with same-sex attraction is not different from a married man or woman. Na I asked one friend, said ko, so paano, you're not gay anymore? I am gay, but I don't have to be magpaka-gay. Sabi niya, oo nga no, it's like a married man. A married man or woman can be attracted to another person, pero hindi papatol because may vow. Ito rin.
Possible naman talaga siya. There are
Pwede
people
naman.
na nagte-testify na
The fruit of
nangyayari
the
talaga siya.
spirit is
Yes.
self-control. It is against the natural law.
So, we're basically protecting marriage din kasi,
Ah,
no?
yes,
Mm-mm.
yes.
Kaya, against tayo sa same-sex. It's
Oo
not really
naman.
parang we're, ang usually kasi sinasabi nila, right, it's our right. Pinaglalaban nila na,
Out of respect, no, okay. But do not call it marriage.
okay.
You are business partners. You are friends who wants to stay together. But marriage is for man and woman, and marriage is the foundation of society because the openness to life of marriage. Yun ang one of the things about marriage. It should be open to life because that openness to life builds society. Kasi yung next generation of people. Kasi if there is contraception and then same-sex partnerships all over, di
Medyo
wala nang
scary
nanganganak.
future.
So that is really depopulation na yan. There is already a depopulation agenda.
So, we're facing many issues and challenges and obstacles right now. What does Pro-Life Philippines do
Okay,
to
we
meet?
are represented in the SWD. We are in Congress through Buhay Party List, through some pro-life congressmen. There are many naman lawmakers, although medyo minority. And we rewrite proposals to promote family and life. We distribute to lawmakers. We talk to them. We tell them why we are against such laws, hoping that
They
they
will
will change their
listen. Yes,
minds.
yes.
Oo. And then of course, we are right now planning some healing prayer rally because at the end of the day, it's really, we need to pray, we need to heal as a nation because somehow our family values medyo disintegrating, no?
Moral values din mismo
Moral
eh.
values, they're becoming different. Everything now is focused on happiness. I have the right to happiness. Oo naman, but that happiness is not the end of our journey.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes. In terms of the extrajudicial killings na bibong-bibo ngayon sa
Bibong
news,
Bibo,
yes.
oo nga.
What
Yes,
can you say about it and what do you do
we
as
are,
a,
we
as a
grieve.
foundation?
We grieve
Of course.
over
We
the
pray for
deaths.
the families na
Oo,
naiwan.
oo, alam mo tong kay Kia, no? Because he is young, it was very well, exposed in the media. And we welcome that because at least there is an awareness. But as I was talking with a bishop, sabi niya, there are many killings not reported. Not reported because of Marawi, parang
Madaming
natakpan na.
ibang priorities.
Maraming iba. And somehow we have become desensitized
Yes,
to killings,
desensitized.
no? But
Parang
you know,
normal na siya, parang norm siya, so we
oo,
don't really
oo,
feel
and you know that
the
that
loss.
Catholics are major divided. We are divided even on our age. We are divided.
Yes.
We are divided on this. That some people, some Catholics are saying that yeah, good for the country because of addiction, drug addicts, no. But you know, addicts are
Also,
victims.
people pati
Yes, and we do not have the right, no,
to take their
to
life.
yes, to we are not above the law. Nobody is above the law. We cannot be joyful about killings because it is lessening addiction. It is lessening criminality. You lessen crime with crime? Parang hindi
Yes.
naman yata po
It's
tama.
not logical.
Not logical, not Christian and on. And
Yes.
we like to brand ourselves as the Christian, the most Catholic country in Asia.
Yeah.
No, so we boast of our Christianity, we boast of our Catholicism.
And actually, yung pagbaba ng moral values ng Filipinos ngayon, nagre-reflect talaga siya sa kabataan. Makikita mo kung paano na nagre-respond, especially online, no? So, we need to tell the
Yes.
truth and show
We need
the
to
reality and the importance of life. So,
Yes.
thankfully, merong pro-life Philippines na pwedeng-pwede nyo namang tanungin kung bakit ganun yung stand ng
oo.
Catholic
Pwedeng-pwede
Church,
naman. Oo.
bakit ganun talaga yung katotohanan, yung reality, yung rights of people, ano ba talaga yan, human rights. Nandito yun para sa information na kailangan nyo.
Nandito lang po kami.
Willing na willing. At
Ay, oo. Marami naman kami kasi. And we have a Facebook page,
Yes,
Pro-Life
go.
Philippines Foundation. You just send us a message. My message always to Catholics is, if you do not understand why the church is against those bills, then ask. Ask your pastors, ask your parish council, ask the Pro-Life Philippines Foundation.
chat lang kayo sa Facebook.
Chat
no?
lang kayo sa Facebook, no? And then we will tell you why. And hopefully, we will change your mind.
Let's pray.
We pray for
Yes.
that. We pray for that.
That everyone sees the truth. So before we end this episode, Ma'am Rita, you have the minute to talk to the viewers and just invite them to support this movement, to realize how
Yes,
important
yes,
life, family, and values are.
Yes, we invite those who are listening right now. The Pro-Life Philippines Foundation, Inc. is more than willing to visit you in your parishes, in your dioceses. Send us a message in our Facebook page, Pro-Life Philippines Foundation, Inc. We will gladly give a talk, whatever your concern is. We give talks to all ages, from the very young, the teenage, the adults. We give teachings on parenting, because even if the child is pro-life, if the mother is not, if the child sees the mother on the pill, then naguguluhan yung bata. So we are here for you. We help us, we need your help. We are asking for more members to come, to join us in the foundation. Help us promote life, because it is not only the law, it is not only the Constitution, but as Catholics, we are called.
Yes.
We are called to choose life so that we and our descendants may live.
We and the descendants, so that our nation will live even
Yes,
after we
yes.
we die.
Totoo.
Yes. So thank you so much, Miss Rita. I
My
really
pleasure.
enjoyed, and very very timely.
Very
itong mga
timely,
issue na
yes.
to.
Thank you for inviting me here. Yes, this is truly timely.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. So, we have one thing in common na hindi mo may pagkakaila. We are all alive. And let's fight for this life that we have been given. So, let's support Pro-Life Philippines Foundation. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again on the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day!